Hello everyone. Welcome to AJ Storytime channel for kids. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you get the notifications and you will know when I'm reading live. Remember that I have story times on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 7 p.m. as 8:30 p.m. and also at 9:30 p.m., which is our bedtime story. And guess what? January 17, 2022 will be Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King birthday, and that's why we are going to start learning about Dr. Martin Luther King this week. So if you are ready, please let's get started. Hola a todos, bienvenidos a mi canal de AJ Storytime Channel for Kids. ¿Cómo están ustedes? Esta semana vamos a estar aprendiendo del Dr. Martin Luther King porque la celebración de su cumpleaños es enero 17 del 2022. Así que espero que nos acompañen. Si eres nuevo en mi canal, por favor suscríbete, dale a la campanita para que puedas ver cuando estoy leyendo en vivo. Si está listo, vamos a empezar. If you're ready, let's get started. The first book we're reading is called Martin Luther King Jr. and this is by Josh Gregory. Growing Up. On January 15, 1929, Michael and Alvera King welcomed a son into the world. They named him Michael King Jr. The Kings were a very religious family. Michael, sir, was the pastor of a large church in Atlanta, Georgia. When Michael Jr. was about 5 years old, his fathers changed both their names to Martin Luther King, in honor of the religious leader Martin Luther. As a child, Martin often memorized long passages from the Bible. Family life. The Kings live in a large home in one of Atlanta's wealthiest African American neighborhoods. Other relatives live nearby. The family enjoy a close-knit, loving relationship. As a child, Martin Jr. enjoyed reading and playing sports. He also spent a lot of time studying the Bible and listening to his father deliver sermons at church. Martin had an extremely close relationship with his grandmother. Martin, right here, in the front right, poses for a photo with his parents, grandmother, and brothers and sister. A segregated nation. During the time Martin Luther King was growing up, segregation was legal. If you don't know what segregation means, that means that we need to separate blacks from whites. That is not happening anymore. Now we all have the same rights, but during that time, when he was a child, this is how it was, okay? So black and white people were kept separated in businesses, services, and public places. For example, they used separated entrances to the restroom and sitting areas. Separated hospitals, schools, and other institutions were run for white people and non-white people. These segregated spaces were far from equal. The facilities black used were often run down or dirty. Black people often face difficulty trying to cast their votes in southern states. Dealing with racism. King encountered racism from a very young age. Imagine that. Racism existed across the United States, but it was especially powerful in the South. Black people were treated as inferior, often limited to lower paying jobs and not allowed to live in white neighborhoods. Decades earlier, white legislators had passed laws to keep black people from voting. This gave the black population no power in government. Physical danger was a constant threat as beating and lynchings occurred without any legal consequences to the attackers. Lynchings was when they kill the black people, the African American. Okay, they'll hang them and things like that happen, but not anymore. The school days. King began attending college when he was just 15 years old. Can you believe that? He enrolled at Monroe House College, a black school in Atlanta that his father had attended. There, he developed his public speaking skills and studied a variety of topics. He also began to think more about ways that he could help fight racism and segregation. This is King right here in the front row. See him? A religious education. King considered several career paths. During his time at Morehouse, he eventually decided to follow in his father's footsteps and become a pastor. In 1948, he began preaching at his father's church. Later that year, he enrolled at Crosser Theological Seminary, a religious school in Pennsylvania. There he learned about the life and teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. As a pastor, Kim built close relationship with the people in his community. And right here, if you don't know who Mahatma Gandhi is, this is Mahatma Gandhi, right? During the early 20th century, Mahatma Gandhi led the people of India in their battle for independence from Great Britain. He did not believe in using violence to achieve his goal. Instead, he encouraged his followers to peacefully disobey unfair British law. He organized marches and other events to protest British rule. Gandhi's peaceful method of resistance were a major influence to Dr. King. Let's find out who he married. The Kings celebrated their marriage on June 18, 1953. Coretta Scott was studying music when she met Martin. Marriage and new job. After graduating from Crosser, King decided to pursue a doctorate degree. In 1951, he began studying at Boston University in Massachusetts. While in Boston, he began dating a young woman named Coretta Scott. They were married in June 1953. Just a few months later, King finished his classes at Boston University, and in early 1954, he and his wife moved to Montgomery, Alabama, where he began a job as a pastor. I hope that you enjoyed what we read today about Martin Luther King, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I see you later for more stories about Dr. Martin Luther King. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.